Now, as you can see, this is a much more of a old growth forest. Some of these trees are pretty huge. Some of these oaks and maples are, 100 years old, I'm sure. Nice thing about these woods is, people couldn't come in here and buy the land from these people and chop everything down. So if you look at this oak tree here, that sucker's an old son of bean. And with these maples, you can just see how old they are. Just ancient. Well, not ancient. I've seen bigger trees in a lot of places, but I'm just saying these are some pretty good sized trees compared to what I'm usually used to down here. They chop everything down and put it into these fields, and then with these fields they they do their big harvesting and stuff like that. So old forests down here don't last long, and it's more land productive to grow 20 billion pounds of potatoes or beans or corn or whatever, or Del Monte does down here, potatoes and whatnot. So I'll head out into the field, and it's like really, it doesn't seem windy in here, but it's really freaking windy. So plus I use my two hands for picking up rocks, so I don't know how much filming I'll do out in the woods, but we'll see. Yeah, so I just walked through that woods quite a ways, got to the field. I'm no farmer or nothing like that. Like I said, it's like really windy out here. I don't know if you can even hear me, but it's I don't know if I can stand behind a tree or something, but yeah, so the farmer was out here. Yes, he plowed, but what it looks like is he let the grass grow too long, or and again, like I say, I don't know, maybe there's rhyme or reason to it, I don't know. But so he plowed, and it looked like he just went over it once, and it looks kind of almost like a baled hay field. I don't even predict that how you find it much. Along the outside edge, you can kind of see where there's along the edge where you can see where there's like more where it was more like a road kind of environment, and that's kind of dirty. So I'll check that out and see if I can find anything there or not. But like I say, that could be all muddy, and I might not be able to see something I'm looking right at. So I'll turn this around real quick, see out in this field. So you can see, like I say, that it's just so all the stuff is still kind of standing. So what I'm going to find in here or not find in here, that's to be seen. So we'll give it a try anyhow, because I'm already out here. So okay guys, I'm back in the yard from that small hunt. These are the ones I got, and as I predicted, I wasn't going to get much. So and when I'm showing these up close for people to see the conditions that you're picking these in, it's tough to tell a lot of these what they look like. I'm just kind of guessing on a lot of this stuff, like what is that, I don't know, what's that, I don't know. So a lot of this stuff you're kind of guessing, because you just don't know with the stuff like that. So sounds kind of bright today. So a lot of people say, oh, just bring water out with you, and then you can just spray, I would need a whole spray bottle of water just to use on one stone, and I'd end up having to strap a 500-gallon bucket onto the back of my backpack, and it just doesn't make any sense. So, you know, these things are so crusted with dirt. I know not only spray them with the garden hose, I let them soak for a while, and I take a kind of like a what do they call them, like a Brillo pad kind of thing, and then I scrub them off with that, and then if there's any crevices and stuff, I'll go at them with a toothbrush, just to finally be able to look at them to see what I might have or not have. So, you know, it's a lot of work, but you know, I'm trying to find, you know, the specific ones, so you know, that's what I'm doing. So here we go. I'll spray these down, show you what they look like after I spray them down. Or I could just show you as I'm spraying them down, right? So now you can see how muddy that water is, and that's just, you know, spraying off the top. I'm gonna have to roll them over a few times, but you can already see the colors starting to, maybe not. I'm kind of looking at a white screen here, but you can kind of see the colors now of the jaspers and stuff. So I'll clean these up better and show you if there's anything worth seeing. Okay, these are some of the honorable mentions from my small field, or my big field small rock finds. You can see that one's got a little bit of banding there. You can see it definitely goes across on this other side. Definitely has some good color, some orange and some black in there. Little old crystal vog in there, but you know, kind of average. There's this next guy here. Doesn't have a lot, but you know, right up on top, look like this might have been the center here of some kind of a formation. This is the host rock, and just all that's left is just that little tiny little cap on the end. Now, this being your typical tater, you can just show the hints. And then on this side, you can see that layer going through there. There's some crazy looking red. Almost like it was like painted on there. A neat one. Of course, here's another little tater too. Not much, but on this side you can just start to pick up on this outer banding here, and then the inside looks like it's filled with this kind of a red speckled stuff in there. Pretty hard to tell. I have to cut some pieces off of that. And this is one of the layered ones. I don't see a lot of layered ones, or a lot of layered ones with any kind of a pattern. You can see the layering, how it, how the iron staining is just on the top, and this chip that must have broke off at one time, the iron staining doesn't go below it. But it's got some pretty cool looking banding on that. Nice weird looking thing here. You know, although it may look like a piece of gravel or something, it's not. But it's, you know, obviously some kind of a conglomerate. It's got a big chunk of these orange jasper stuck on it. But this is Obviously dirty on that side, but kind of interesting. This is another layered one. It's got some good good layers in there. Here's that little tater, but you can just kind of make out the tunnel that's going through here, coming in here, going through there, and coming out this side. Yeah, and just the, you know, the big old tater. But on this one on the inside, get it up there. It's definitely got some crazy look to it. It's got, you know, some pink, some purple, some red, some black. Seems to be the round thing right there. How far into this tater it goes, I don't really know. So you cut some bit, but definitely something in there. And here's the next one. Kind of see some banding go along there on the whole thing. So this is, you know, where the center was, it used to be. Again, just this, you know, ugly tater. Kind of see some banding there. And on this other side, you can see through that dirt or age. There's definitely some banding in there. Again, you'd have to cut it to get a good look at it. Now these two guys, they'll be tiny. Definitely not the same sign, but these kind of had that, you know, that petrified, dried lake bed mud kind of look, or brain, or whatever you want to call it. This one being on the red or pink side, but definitely see that pattern of that dried mud, or alligator skin, something. Okay, this one is obviously just an ugly old tater, but the reason I had this dried out is, come on, focus. I don't know why the camera always does that. But you can see the crystals in there. I don't know why it does that when I'm in the sun. I don't know. But really big area of crystal on there. Well, same with this one. Big crystal pocket in there. But with this big crystal pocket on this side, you flip this one over, and you can see it's got this banded pattern all the way around. Kind of interesting. Wow, this one's really mossy. On this other side, it's got like this half moss, and you can see this agate band running right down the transmission line. But on this side, it's all this kind of like a speckled agate or something. Now this is a big piece of jasper. I just took it because it was pretty bright. It's got some interesting layering in there with black and Sydney or whatever, but you know, pretty bright red and overall. I'll move this into the sun. You can, you know, good focus. You can see how pretty bright it is. And this one's got this little teeny, see right there, little tiny teeny little baby agate. And then it's almost like a picture scene. You can kind of almost see like two Christmas trees there. Yeah, I know it's kind of an abstract look, but you know, you could find all kinds of stuff in this stone. And the same with this little guy. It's got that teeny agate there, and then it kind of goes over. I don't even know if I can zoom in that good or not. There you go. It's got a little agate there. Kind of goes over there. And you see a little, maybe like a little Australia or something. Little tiny agate there. So this one's got like a lot of little tiny agates on it because it's pretty tiny. Now here's another tiny one too. Went around, but see there on top. It's got that crazy looking agate. Right here it looks like it might go underneath. You know. Although it being tiny, like really tiny, little agate there. Hiding down the bottom. So they say when it comes to finding these, it's just luck. And this one too, you can see. And there's some agate trying to form. A little in there. Another one of these. There's a little tiny little agate pocket in there. But, you know, time to break out the microscope for those. And here's a piece of dog tooth calcite, which I thought was kind of an interesting find. I know we don't find that around here. Obviously pretty dirty, pretty stained up. But kind of interesting that it was here. Another one of these. Kind of like these. They're real, usually that real bright red and orange. And it's got this worming, this kind of worm feature. Pat that off a little bit. Whoop. But it's got this crazy worming. I don't know if I'm too close, maybe. That's pretty neat. You notice when you can see that little teeny tiny agate in there. And this has got that crazy webbing. There's the agate right there. But yeah, pretty tiny. And if I zoom back out and walk over here, You know, there's the all the ones that I brought home that are you know, going to be in a crap pile. So you know how that goes. Get a bunch in the sun here. It's so freaking bright out lately. So yeah, so you know, you pick up a lot. They're all full of dirt. You can't see nothing, so you just bring them home, wash them up, and then kind of go through them. Like I say, a lot of that stuff, them little tiny agates, yeah, you normally see, you wouldn't even see that, wouldn't even pick it up, but just because I picked them up and I washed them off, and when I was looking at them real close, I could see it, so may as well show it because I could see it. But other than that, they're, you know, they're too small to really do anything with. So hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Happy rock hounding. Hey guys, I'm back from that small, tiny rock hunting that I did, and it was pretty windy out there. And like I say, with them small ones, you can't really videotape anything. There's not really much to videotape. So I got them home, cleaned them up, and you know, it's a lot less, probably a quarter jet flying over. Probably a quarter of what I brought home. I kept, so you know, nothing real spectacular, but you know, I'll show you them anyhow. So just so you know that I was actually out there. So take a look, see what you think.